I gotta get some water. I didn't bring my water, did I? No. Oh, wait. I did. Hey, RJ. I don't see how little kids eat, dude. This thing is so dry. They make your mouth dry. How little kids don't get choked off of these damn things? Maybe my mouth just dry. Cause it's like when I eat them, they suck all the moisture from my mouth. My mouth be dry. How do little kids produce enough saliva? Let me stop talking about them for them people. For them people get mad at me and be like, "How dare you talk about goldfish?" But they dry. So y'all, I get up this morning and Adrianne then already started making videos. She she gets up. Everybody get up before I do because Cheez-Its. I used to love Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its has changed their formula. Cheez-Its changed their formula. Cheez-Its used to be my crackers back in the day. Their formula has definitely changed because to me, Cheez-Its are starting to have a chemical aftertaste that I do not like. Like, I can legit taste it. Like, they really changed their formula. To me, goldfish taste just like they did when my kids were little. They taste exactly the same, but they just seem more dry. Or maybe it's just the fact that my mouth is drier now than it used to be. I don't know. But anyway, so Adrianne got up this morning and hey, everybody is going to have an opinion about this situation. At least this is somebody in her family. So rightly so, she should have an opinion. But if you're going to have an opinion about the situation, at least watch it. At least you should have watched the video so you can have something to speak on. Adrianne don't have a clue who this girl is. Don't even know how to pronounce the girl's name. She's calling her Ely. She don't have a clue who Ellie is. Don't have a clue about none of her videos. She don't watch Dalvin. I can tell Adrianne don't watch her, like she said. She don't really watch them. Adrianne's opinion is on her family is based on other people's opinions. Or if something is going on, if she heard something is going on, she might go over and watch like a snippet of the video or look at the thumbnail and form an opinion based on that. That's not enough to form an opinion on. Adrianne don't know her nephews. You can tell she has never spent any real time with her family. For a good reason. They probably don't want to spend time with her because of the person that she is. Like, I just married into this family, like, 10 years ago? And I know more about my niece and nephew than Adrianne knows about hers. Because she ain't never been around them. They've always lived in different states. Those kids didn't grow up around her. They don't know her. So Adrianne's opinion of what is going on is, just like everybody else that's watching the show, even though she is technically their aunt. But she don't know nothing about them. She don't watch, Dalvin's videos. She doesn't have a clue as to who Dalvin is. None of us, even blove was basically like, our kids only show us as parents what they want us to see. You know what I mean? And they only tell us what they want us to know. The only people that truly know what's going on in this relationship or that relationship was Dalvin and Ellie. We'll never know what really happened. And it's really not our business to know. But since they put it out on social media, of course, we're going to, be interested. We see them constantly doing videos together. They've been doing videos together for 7 months. They were together before they actually even came out and told the world that they were together. So you put this in front of us. We've gotten used to the two of you together. We've seen your mannerisms and how you conduct yourself in videos. Of course, you know nothing about a person really in 10 or 15-minute increments of their life. You can't, tell anything substantial about a person. Like, you can get little, cues here and there, but when people start telling you things about, I'm an alpha male. I like for things to go this way, or you start to pick up on little mannerisms of a person, then you start to build that person based on what you see. And that's what we've done with their relationship. We've taken, oh, look how he did, or look at this cue, or, look at this body. Because some people, read body language, we read facial expressions, we read eyes. Some people can read the aura, some people can look into your eyes and see certain things. So we're reading all of these cues that we're getting thrown at us from these videos to put this big picture together. A lot of people did not think that this relationship was going to work. You don't, of course, you're not hoping that it fails. I don't look at anybody's relationship unless I think that it's an abusive type relationship and hope that, I really don't think that these two people should be together. Like, I don't, because it looks abusive. But I didn't look at their relationship hoping that they would break up, but I did look at their relationship thinking this ain't gonna work. Because it just doesn't. I never really got relationship from the two of them. I always got business arrangement. I really did. I got business arrangement. I got, Ellie is a good looking girl. She's good for the show. I never got relationship. I never got it. I never got relationship from them. I got good for the show. Yeah, anytime a man has to beat his chest and tell the world that he is an alpha male, it just screams, I'm weak. I'm trying my best to prove myself. And if you have to prove yourself, if you're still in a position in your 30s as a man, you're still trying to prove to yourself or prove to the world that you are a strong man, that you are an alpha man, then you still have a lot of growing to do. And I don't know if, because, it's weird because blove is not even really saying how old Dalvin is. I don't know how old he is. I don't know if he's 29, 28, 30. I don't know how old he is, because even in her video with her husband today, she was like, "Oh yeah, he either 28 or 29." Well, hot girl, that's your son. You don't know how old your own son is? So I don't even know how old Dalvin is. But he's still very immature minded. Very immature minded. He has a lot of growing to do. And I am really hoping that the video that he made, now Ellie has taken her video down. Her video gone. If you didn't see it yesterday, you ain't gonna see it. She has taken her video down. She has probably privated her video, waiting for him to come out with his video. And I'm really hoping that when he releases his video will be similar to hers. I'm hoping he will just say, I made some mistakes in this relationship, and I'm still growing. I just really hope for the best for her. I don't want anything but good things to happen. I just hope he does not come out and bash her, because if he does, it's really going to make him look horrible. It's going to make him look bad. Real bad. So I'm really hoping that he takes the high road in this situation, because she took the high road. She did not say what their reason for breakup was. She did not disrespect him or demean him in any way, and I'm hoping that he does the same thing. RJ said sometimes part of manhood is to know when to endure and control our emotions. Emotional outbursts are not manly. They're not manly, and they're not mature. They're not. But you pick those things up with maturity and age, and I just don't think that he's gotten there yet. Even his mama was like, "You fumbled the ball. You fumbled. Like, you fumbled the ball. You had a good one." This is going to, I believe that every man has the one that got away. Every man does. He may not want to admit it, but every man has that good woman that he allowed to slip out of his hips, and it was his fault. Every man does. And this, I really believe, was his. Unless he comes out with something to prove different. Now, one component that I forgot to bring up in my video yesterday was, they said from the gate that they were in an open relationship, right? They said that their relationship was open. Did their relationship ever close? Did the situation change for them, or was it an open relationship and that's the reason why they broke up, because they just couldn't make it work? Or did somebody change their mind in the middle of the course? And like, I don't know, their relationship was weird to me from the gate, because open relationships, both people have to be in agreement that this is an open relationship for the open relationship to actually be able to work. Both parties have to agree that this is an open relationship. He cheated on her. Open doesn't mean he gets to sneak out and cheat without her knowing. How do we know he cheated? How do you know he cheated? Like, we've only heard one side of the story. And we as women tend to side with the woman. So if we've only heard one side of the story, she has not said that he cheated. Now, I know that there has been some something something was posted on Ellie's Instagram that is circulating around. But it's just kind of like, like a little quote or something. So how do we know? We don't. To me, open relationships are only open until someone else comes into the picture and the other person catches feelings. But if you're in an open relationship, don't you tell the other person that I found open relationships are you're supposed to be open and honest with the other person, right? And tell them, hey, I'm seeing Mary now. So it's me, you, and Mary. And you know that. You know going in that the relationship is open. It's not just going to be me and you. At some point, it's going to be me, you, and somebody else. I thought as long as the other person is aware and you're being, let me see, are there rules to open relationship? While as a man the idea sounds ideal, in practice is a disaster. No, thank you. For you though, that's for you. But for some people, okay, so this article says 6 rules for doing the whole open relationship thing right. It says set sex boundaries, set emotional boundaries, establish who it's cool to hook up with, figure out how much time you'll spend with the other partners, decide how you'll talk about your relationship with other people, and discuss how often you'll have a check in. So, with the whole open thing, as long as you and the other person have set boundaries, you talked about it, you should be cool with it. That would never work for me. You know what I mean? Like never ever. And I know it wouldn't work for my husband. I've never been in an open relationship or open relationship. Had never ever. No, that ain't me. I hear you almost shooting, but I hear horror story. No judgment for those who choose to engage, but I just simply don't care. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I agree with you because eventually someone is not going to be able to handle the situation, especially if they really care about you. You get into an open relationship with somebody, they really care about you, but you really don't care about anybody. So you're open to be with anybody, but that person really cares about you. But you just out here living your life, having fun. You hurting their feelings. But they really got into this, they agreed to be in an open relationship because they wanted to be with you. It's too much. It would be too much for me. I know how my feelings are. I would like really get attached to I really get attached to a person and I don't I can't share. my relationship with people. But Blove and her husband did a video. They did like a 30-minute video, just basically saying that, they really feel like um, Dalvin messed up. And I think a lot of people feel that. Even Blove said that, like Ellie could have really helped him. She feel like Ellie could have helped him. And I do too. I after I went back yesterday and Dalvin did release another video on the channel, and it was the two of them together because Ellie did say they have some videos in the can. So he released one of those videos with the two of them still together, and he pinned a comment and was like, let me read it because I hate to lie on people. So the video was like, we're hiring. We're expanding the ZCC team. So this was filmed before they broke up. So he pinned a comment that says, this is a pre-recorded video. I will be making a video talking about the situation at hand. Just give me a few days. I want to say thank you to everyone who reached out with positive words during this time. There's a lot I want to say, but I'll save it for the video. Thank you. And under his pinned comment is 240 comments under his pinned comment. And I went through and looked at some of those comments, and they were positive. They were positive. They were like, we don't care. We support you. Come out and tell your side of the story. But a lot of people were like, we ZCC, family for life. And I was really surprised. Like, I really didn't know that people was out here rocking with him like that. Like, I really didn't. But the proof is in the pudding. The proof is going to be those views. Because people can say anything. People can tell you how much they love you and how much they gonna support you. But the proof is going to be in the pudding. The proof is going to be how these views are going to look when Ellie is no longer sitting in that co-pilot seat. Can you fly this plane by yourself? Is what I want to know. Okay? Even a pilot needs a co-pilot. When you get on a major airline, it's not just one person driving. There's a pilot, there's a co-pilot, and I think it's one more person. The pilot ain't up there by himself. He's not running everything, and then you got the stewardesses, you got people, doing all the other stuff. So, can he fly this plane alone? Can he eat that food and do all of this stuff by himself? And I think that's what he was really trying to do. He was trying to expand the channel to, vlogs, to them going outside, going to restaurants, doing things together, because that was what this video was. I'm looking for someone to help edit. I'm looking for another camera person to come and follow us when we go places, and do the be my professional camera person and do all the editing and professional style editing. I guess he can't edit. That's something you probably gonna have to learn how to do, because you can't always rely on other people to do your editing really good style editing for you. If you're going to do YouTube, you need to learn how to do these things for yourself. And it ain't easy. It's not. Editing is, I don't care who say, yeah, it doesn't take that. No, editing is hard. That's why my videos have very little editing, because like shit, even iMovie be making me cry. Like cry. Okay? So his last video, him and Ellie was saying, yeah, we're looking for somebody to come in and edit our videos and help with photography and stuff. This is where the rubber gonna meet the road. Can he carry this channel by himself? Because I think this whole mukbang thing is starting to dry up. I do. People like, okay, how much crab can you eat? She really was, Dion. She brought a different energy to the channel. She brought a very calming energy to the channel. Because I wasn't watching. I did not watch him. I wasn't watching before Ellie came. The only reason why I was watching was because of Ellie. I liked her energy. I wasn't watching him. I didn't watch him and Nicole. So I don't really know anything about their backstory. That's why I don't speak on them. Because I wasn't watching back then. I knew who he was. But I wasn't, But let me clear this up too, though. I'm not really into any of the mukbangers like that. I don't like to watch people eat and slurp and make noise and all of that. That irks my whole soul. I don't like to watch myself eat. So I don't like to watch nobody eat. I don't like that. Yeah, Nicole was boring. Both of them are boring, though. Dalvin is boring too. Dalvin he doesn't really, there's no substance. He has no substance. There's nothing deep about him. You could tell he's just a surface level dude. Cars, money, alcohol. Just a regular, 20-something, early 30-something guy. Just like my son. My son is the same way. Like, both of my boys, it's nothing deep about them. Like, they don't get their deepness from me. They haven't tapped into that yet. My son, both of my boys, cars, alcohol, weed, club. Well, I don't think my oldest son go out. My youngest son, restaurants, nice restaurants. He drinks top shelf alcohol. He can probably tell you about all the weed. He can tell you about car because he's a mechanic. But there's nothing deep about him. He's not deep. Dalvin's not deep. I can't see Dalvin sitting having a conversation about what's going on in the world. He ain't talking about no chakras or no crystals or your aura and cleansing your aura and meditation. I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see that. And Ellie, you can tell she has a calm spirit. Dion says she was too mature for him, and Blove called it. And child, that's the same thing I said. Well, of course your mama gonna know. The mama know you. We know our kids. She know. Be Love know. But Be Love kept it cute in that video. But she know. But she did say he fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball. He got. He wasn't at the, what is it? Right there where you about to make a. He wasn't there. He was like 50-yard line. He still had a ways to go. But he had the ball. He had the ball. He had it. He had the ball. He was still on like the 50-yard line. It wasn't like he was about to score a touchdown. He on the 50. He was on the 50, but he had the ball. He fumbled the ball. He fumbled big time. And B Love said it. She was honest. She was honest. No mother wants to, of course, didn't expect her to get on and talk about all of the things that she know is wrong with her son. She know her son is immature. She know he has a lot of growing to do. I didn't expect her to get up and I knew she wasn't going to do that. But she was honest. She was honest and said, Lord child, this boy done messed up. This boy didn't mess. He had a good one. She was like, she could have like really helped him elevate the channel. Like it was going, it really did seem like it was going in a good direction. Like they were leaving the house. They were going to restaurants. They were, like the pranks and stuff I didn't like. And I could tell she wasn't for those pranks and things. Hey, Melissa, I could tell I could tell Ellie wasn't for the pranks. Ellie is too mature to be out here doing pranks. Ellie is top shelf. Okay? Ellie is not Hennessy. Ellie is champagne. You can legit tell that Ellie has that New York vibe. That's like me. I'm a Cali girl. It would be hard for me to live a country bumpkin life or something. Because I'm, used to more of the finer things. You can tell Ellie has that. New York, you have a totally different vibe. New Yorkers do. Just totally different. New York, the life is different. New York is a city that never sleeps. Restaurants, clubs, museums, it's just so much to do in New York. And you can tell that Ellie has done a lot of that stuff. It don't look like Dalvin has done that much in his life. It just doesn't. And I'm not talking about him in a bad way. They just seem like two totally different people. Totally different. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, maturity level, all of that is totally different. Did you hear about Nicole talking smack about Ellie? I did, but I couldn't hear what she was saying. I heard she was in the background of Lee Carson's video, but I couldn't really understand what she was saying though. I heard she was saying something like, oh, you wanted that, or something. I don't know. Somebody would have to transcribe that for me because I couldn't. she was in the background of his video, so I couldn't really hear her. But who cares? Who, like, for real, who cares? Nicole probably just want Dalvin back. That's her problem. She probably want him back. And I think that's part of the problem. I really do. Because remember when Dalvin and Ellie made that video, We Stand with Nicole? Because I guess somebody was bullying Nicole or something like that. And Dalvin, they made this video, We Stand with Nicole. That was Dalvin's idea. You know that was Dalvin's idea. Because I would have been like, why do we have to stand with your ex-girlfriend? I don't care nothing about that girl being bullied. That's her problem. She a grown woman. She can't stand on her own 2 feet. I really believe that all of this stuff and drama and, Nicole being in the background, I think all of this contributed to the fact that Ellie was like, I'm not about to be out here playing with these little kids. Do you realize how childish this stuff is? And playing pranks and, doing stuff that, like, somebody has said, oh yeah, he should be doing more of the stuff like DJ So Cool. Is DJ So Cool or CJ So Cool or somebody? And then the Prince family and, doing stuff that they're doing because their videos get a lot of views. But I'm like, Ellie ain't doing that. Ellie is way too mature to be doing stuff like that. And somebody else was like, Ellie ain't trying to do all these mukbangs. She ain't trying to get fat. Because I really look back on some of, Dalvin's earlier videos. I'm like, okay, all this fried chicken and all this fast food every day he has really gained weight. It's not healthy. It is definitely not healthy. Eating out every day, eating fast food every day, filming these mukbang videos, eating all of these carbs and fried food and greasy food and burgers and fries and noodles and all of this stuff is not healthy. I don't care what anybody says. Eating that shit every day is not healthy. And you will start to gain weight. When you're in your 20s and you are super, super duper active, you may be in a better position to, run some of that stuff off. But if you're not that active, you just sitting around the house, making videos or planning your next video and you eating that stuff every day, your ass is going to gain weight. And I know Ellie is like, I'm not about to get fat. I'm not doing it. So let me talk about one other thing and we're going to get out of here. So Miss Peach McIntyre yesterday went on a whole rampage about her mother. I don't know what happened, but she posted a live video that she did about her mom 2 years ago. Now, the video was originally on YouTube, and she privated it. But yesterday, she uploaded that video to Facebook. Two things. The video had 20-something thousand views on YouTube. So that video had basically run its course. It was 2 years old. It wasn't going to get any more, views on YouTube. But she put it on Facebook and got ads. So now the video is picking up traction. People are watching it. She's going to get paid for the video again. In this video, she goes on to describe her relationship with her mother, how toxic her relationship with her mother was, how her mother treated her when she was a child. She said that her mother used to bathe her siblings in, run a bathwater for her sister, drain the bathtub, run the bathwater for her brother, drain the bathtub, then run the bathwater for herself. And her mom would take a bath. And then she would make Peach take a bath in the water that her mother had just bathed in. And Peach said when she would ask her, why do I have to take a bath in your dirty water? Her mother would cuss her out. She said her mama would take her money from when she worked at KFC. Her mother didn't, buy her school clothes. Just going in on her mom. Just like, this was like almost hour long video of just her going in on her mother on Facebook. So, of course, her mom is on Facebook and her mother is on YouTube. And her mother is saying that she's not going to disrespect her daughter. She's not going to, make disparaging videos about her daughter. She loves her daughter. She's not going to talk about her daughter. But it just seems like it's just going on and on and on. Because Peach got up this morning and she said, I choose to show the joy, the pain, the happiness, the sadness, the laughter, the tears, the success, and the failures. One day I could care, the next day I couldn't give a damn even if I tried. I'm not bipolar, I'm a transparent human. I don't hide my feelings and I never pretend like it's all great like some of you. This is how I feel in these moments, but I will never stay stuck in a moment. I cry, pray, cuss, journal, read, talk to somebody, and be just fine. I know most of you are entertained by this. I don't care. I'm getting healed by this. P.S. I'll act like this never happened. And I'm like, should we share everything on social media? Should there be some of this stuff that we, keep to ourselves? And she said, and I'm fine. You don't have to inbox me. I'm venting because it makes me feel better. I'm currently looking for a therapist, but until then, I'm going to tell my business on social media. I won't deal with the backlash because I don't care. These are my truths. I'm messed up on the inside and I just want to feel better. And she also said, I realize the only reason why I continue to put up with my poor excuse of a husband is because of my childhood. He's somebody that doesn't want me nor love me either. But the crazy part is he won't let me go either. I hate it here. So I'm not, I don't know if Peach is doing this for attention or this girl really needs some help. But I maybe because I'm from a totally different generation, if you need some help, go get it. Social media is not the place for you to get help. It's just not. I would never come to social media for you guys to, put. I'm just, I'm from I guess from the generation of everything ain't everybody's business. And it's not. It's not your business. If I choose to share something, like if something happens to Gizmo, if Gizmo, passes away or something, of course I'm going to, share that with you guys because, y'all been here, y'all know Gizmo. But if me and my husband are going through something, if y'all will never know, you just won't know because I'm not going to tell you. I just don't, believe it's anybody's business. Because the only thing that's going to happen is people are going to, form their opinion or, want to talk about it like people do on social media. But that's not helpful. Like, no one is helping her because she's not taking anybody's advice, especially not about her husband. She has always said that no matter what her husband does, what he gets into, she loves him and she's not leaving. And I always wondered why she always talks shit about her mom and she's with, this worthless dude and she never says anything about him. So I guess this morning she got up with her panties in a bunch about everybody. So now she's saying he ain't worth a dime either. But he won't leave me and I won't leave him. I feel for her. I really do. Either she's doing all of this for, the clicks and views, because I know that these e-guides and, all these classes and stuff that she was selling for a minute, I don't think people are really purchasing that stuff like they were. So she has to come up with another storyline. And that's the sad thing about social media. For you to stay popular, you have to keep pushing that envelope. You got to push the envelope farther and farther. And see, I'm not willing to push an envelope to be popular on social media. For one, I don't want people in my business. I just don't. I don't want you in my life. I don't want, yeah, RJ said, I believe in transparency, but only for those that I build a rapport with. And even with people that I build a rapport with, I still only want to be so transparent with you. I don't want you in my personal life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind sharing, like things about my grandkids and, my grandson playing football. Did I tell y'all he almost scored a touchdown? Um, I don't mind sharing that kind of stuff. But when it comes to personal things like my husband, what's going on in our relationship, that type of stuff, nah, that ain't your business. And it's never going to be your business. Like if me and my husband, because I've been trying to get him for the longest to do a podcast with me. If we do a podcast, we still gonna keep stuff real general. It's not going to be real personal with us because I just don't believe that that's anybody's business. I'm not about to get on here and be talking about, like, I was watching somebody's video and they were talking about food stamp, the food stamp card, and that to me is just, that's not, yeah, that's not your business. And especially not in this sector of YouTube, because anything you say can be held against you. Anything you say as a content creator in Peach's status is fodder for content. And maybe she is doing that to stay relevant. And maybe she really doesn't care about what people say about her, but she shows something totally different. Like the cutting of her hair, the looking depressed, not caring about what she looks like. Those are signs of what looks like real depression. It's not easy having children, having a child that is autistic and nonverbal. You got a house full of kids. Having 5 or 6 kids and one of them is nonverbal and autistic, that's like having 10 right there. Because that autistic child brings a level of, problems to the home that you have to deal with. It's a lot going on. Because even she was saying that he was having problems at school. That child is getting older. Sometimes children who are autistic, because they cannot communicate, will lash out. They become sometimes violent. These are things that she's going to have to deal with now. Yeah, I heard that DJ Envy and his wife overshare. See, I'm not into oversharing when it comes to a podcast. There are limits to what I'm willing to share about my marriage, what I'm willing to talk about, what I'm not willing to talk about, because people will use that shit against you. Yeah, then how you gonna get mad at people when they get in your business when you the one that put your business out there? How you get mad because somebody talking about you and you gave us the ammunition to talk about? She's reaching out, but negatively. Sounds like she needs to sit down with her mama. Hurt people, hurt people. You know, it's just not the place to deal with this situation, because then she'll talk all of this stuff about her mama, how she can't stand her mama, how her mama did her dirty when she was little, how her mama did all this kind of stuff to her, even called her mama a bitch in one of her videos. And then next week she'll be at her mama's house, or her mama be at her house cooking oxtails. So then it makes her subscribers look at her like, look, do you want us to hate your mama or not? Not me, because I don't get caught up in that mess. But some of her subscribers are then confused, like, I thought you didn't like your mama. Why is your mama cooking? Why you at your mama's house when you was just talking? You just called your mama a bitch. But now you and your mama cooking curry goat together. Now your mama at the house, or y'all going shopping, you and your mama is at Walmart together shopping for the kids. Somebody said, I was reading her comments, and somebody was like, I like Peach, but all of this up and down is irritating. And that's how I feel. I can't rock with a content creator if they own a roller coaster. If you notice, most of my videos I'm very even keeled. You rarely come to my channel and I'm super ass hyped up and animated. Now I may get hyped up for 2-3 minutes in a video, but then I'm gonna come back to my regular self because I can't wear myself out. My videos are pretty even keeled. I'm the aunt. You come over here for this auntie, grandma, mama type energy. Okay? I'm not trying to give off city girl energy. I don't have that to give. Okay? Now, every now and then I might throw in, one of the y'all hip slang terms. But I'm not city girl. This auntie, grandma, mama, you know, I got the hugs and the peppermints, the butterscotch candy. That's the energy you gonna get over here. You're not gonna come over here and be on no roller coaster. We not gonna be going up and down and around and all of that kind. I'm not giving that. I'm not. But see, that is Peach. You go over there. You don't. One day she got on a wig and I'm the prettiest person in the peach patch. And then the next day she done took the wig off. She ain't combing her hair for 3 months. You just don't know. And it's irritating. I can't ride these roller coasters with people. I can't do it. I only the people that I normally watch are similar to myself. If your energy is too chaotic and too crazy for me, I may check in with you every now and then, but I cannot watch you on a consistent basis if I think that you're crazy. Or if I think that, I can see a pattern of mental illness with you, I can't jive with that. I can't. I'm too I'm too, you know, mentally stable to be going on these emotional roller coasters with people. I can't do it. And I can't even watch you every day because you're not going to drive me crazy. You know, I'm not going to be riding to Crazy Town with you every day. Like getting in a car with you, legit riding to Crazy Town, riding around Crazy Town, and then you be like, oh no, let me get out of here. And then, no, girl, I'm not doing that with you every week. I'll check in with you, but I can't watch you every day driving around Crazy Town, picking up people, dropping them off. No, hell no. And that just seems like where Peach is today. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, RJ. I appreciate you too, sweetie. That just seems like where Peach is. And some people can deal with that. I'm not one of those people. I pray for her. I hope that her and her mom can. It don't seem like her mama need no help. It seemed like Peach the one need help. Because all of this stuff that Peach is talking about happened to her when she was a teenager. Peach moved out of her mom's house, I guess at like 18 or whatever, because I think she started having babies then. So she moved out of her mom's house. So Peach is in her 30s, right? And you still tripping off of stuff that happened when you was a teenager? And you haven't had any therapy? You haven't, you know, you still putting yourself in that position with your mama. You know who your mama is. You either accept the fact that that's who your mama is, or you leave her the hell alone. My mother was an alcoholic. My biological mother, I knew she was. Half the time I left her alone. I had no expectations of her. I was an adult. I ain't had to deal with her. I would call and check on her or go by every now and then and check on her to see if she was okay. But I knew she was an alcoholic. So, I set very clear boundaries with her and I stuck to that. Peach is an adult. Set boundaries with your mama and stick to them. And stop putting all that ignorance on social media. Because it's not making your mama look bad. At this point, it's making you look bad. Because you're a grown woman. You grown. You don't have to deal with your mother. Set boundaries with her and move on. And she's saying, well, people are saying that I'm using my mom for content. You are. You most definitely are using her for content. You posted a video that is 2 years old. So these things didn't just happen. This is a live that was recorded 2 years ago that she posted on her channel yesterday. So these are some feelings that had came up for her 2 years ago that she posted on Facebook yesterday to garner the views and garner the AdSense, because you can put content from YouTube to Facebook and get paid. Like, I've never cross put my content onto Facebook from YouTube, but you can do that. So Peach is now doing that, because it looks like now Facebook may be paying a little bit more than YouTube. Most people are building their Facebook pages up because I think Facebook's AdSense is a little bit better than YouTube's. So she took a 2-year-old video that had run its course on YouTube. She took that video and posted it on Facebook so it can run up the numbers there. Peach ain't stupid. She a smart girl. She know what she doing. She knew that video was going to gain traction because she talked about it first. She was like, yeah, I have this video, that I made last year, 2 years ago, about my mom, and this is how I was feeling. I had put it on private, so I should post it here on Facebook so y'all can see it. Because sometimes we have a totally different audience on Facebook than we have on YouTube. So she posted it on Facebook, and now it's running up the numbers on Facebook. So, some of that stuff Peach is doing is for attention. It ain't because I can't stand my mama treated me like she did this to me. She called me fat. She said my neck was black. All of this stuff to because right now the world is sensitive. The world is sensitive. And all you have to do is have a sob story, a good one, and people are going to flock to you. Have a good sob story and be willing to cry on camera and make yourself look vulnerable, be vulnerable, be transparent, and people are gonna be like, yes, queen, you are the transparency queen. We love a queen that's done been beat up. And that's all you have to do. That's it. We love a good sob story. We love a whole rags to riches. You was on welfare. You was on food stamps, and now you spending $2,000 at Sam's Club. You could walk in Sam's Club with your money, and you ain't on welfare no more. You shopping at Gucci and Fendi and Louis. We love it, Queen. That's it. That's it. That's all you got to do. And she's cashing in on that. She knows it. She know y'all love a good sob story. That's why she always saying, I'm crying snot booger tears. Cause she know the snot booger tears works for y'all. I'm gonna start coming on here crying snot booger tears. Shit. Y'all better give me some attention. I'm gonna start coming on here crying snot booger tears, not doing my hair, talking about how depressed I am, and oh, my life is falling apart. Don't nobody love me. Hell, I legit got something to cry about. Do you know that my mama and daddy are both laying out there at Rolling Hills Memorial Park? My parents are in the ground. Do you hear me? Peach can sit up here and talk shit about her mama, call her mama a bitch and everything. My mother is laying 6 feet under a slab of fucking concrete. Let that sink in. This girl is out here. She can go to her mama and talk to her, but instead of sitting down with her mother trying to work this out, she on social media talking shit about her mama, calling her mama a bitch and everything. And my mama laying out here in the cemetery. Okay. Thanks for coming by, Raquel. My mama at the cemetery. If I want to talk to her, I have to talk to her through 6 feet of dirt. So I don't have that kind of compassion for her. Because what's going on with her could be worked out. It could be. She has time to work it out. Her mama's still breathing. So I'm not, oh yeah, your mama, she shouldn't have did. No, go talk to her. Talk to your mother. So I don't feel sorry for her. I don't. Because she could talk to her mother. Her mama's still here. You still got time to work that out. You still have time to heal. Thank God my mother did. Now, let me say this too. I had the best mother in the world. Best. Do you hear me? I had baking pound cakes, baking cookies, home cooked meal, ironing clothes, washing clothes, keeping the house clean, sewing, doing my pressing my hair. I had that mama. Okay? My my mother never called me out of my name. My mama, I can count on my hands the number of times that my mama whooped me. Never cursed at me. Never. Rarely raised her voice. She didn't have to. I was a good kid. But she wasn't the raising her voice type of person. She was like, real church lady. Mother of the church. Deaconess type. very sweet. I think that's where I get my temperament from, because she was very even tempered. I'm a lot like her, the good parts of me. Now, there's some aggressive, cuss you out parts of me that I don't think my mama had, unless she was like really, really mad. But I never saw that. I never saw her anger. Like, she was never angry with me. Always encouraging, just loving. So I I don't have what a lot of these people, a lot of women who, have had issues with their mothers. I didn't have that. I had a beautiful mother. Melissa said, I went through a phase where I wanted to blame my mama for everything that went wrong in my life until I became a mom myself. I regret it now. She loved me deeply. I know my mom loved me. You know what I mean? That was one thing that she never spared the I love yous, especially growing up, especially growing up as a child. I got it. I know she loved me. So I don't have no regrets when I say that my mother is gone. There was nothing left unsaid between us. We knew that we loved each other. I knew she loved me. She knew that I loved her. So, and she had a good life. You know what I mean? She passed away when she was 96 years old. She had a good life. I just wish she had lived longer to see the grandkids, all of the grandkids. They were her great grandkids. She saw her grandkids. She saw my kids to adulthood, to 20. But she only saw one of the grandkids. I wish she had, been able to see all of them. That's my only regret. I don't regret anything else. Nothing. I had a great mother. So my situation and Peach's situation is totally different. Totally different. But I still wish that she would take care of this situation a different way. And Melissa, don't have any regrets, sweetheart. You learn from that situation and you move on. Don't regret it. You know, move on from that. That's a lesson that you learned. You will do things differently with your own children. I'm pretty sure she understands. And if she doesn't, you can still, we can still talk to our ancestors. Talk to her and let her know, hey, I'm sorry. If you have something on your heart that you feel like you did to someone, even if they have passed on, you can still let them know, hey, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have did this. Clear your mind. Don't hold on to stuff that happened in the past. It's just not worth carrying. Regrets, and don't carry that stuff. Don't even, look at things in your life as, I regret I did this, or, it's that's just part of your story. We all have a story, and that's just part of yours, and you have to, learn from those things and move forward. I ain't gonna do that again. I know how that made me feel, so I don't want to do that anymore in my life. I have to let that go and, you know, move forward. You have to. Because carrying regrets, they don't do anything but hurt us in the long run. You know, you don't want to carry that. You want to carry those happy memories. You know, I'm still carrying those pound cakes, the smell of those pound cakes. You know, I'm carrying the times that me and my mom had tea parties. Like my mom would make these tea cakes, but she called them whole cakes. I carry those memories, not the bad stuff, because it's not worth it. It's not worth carrying a whole lot of stuff that hurts you. And it seems like that's where Peach is. She carries so much negativity. And she says that, you know, that's it. I'm not going to do anything to affect my children. But if you're carrying a whole bunch of negativity, your kids have no they are absorbing that. Children are sponges. They're absorbing all of that. You may not be talking about it around them, but you're carrying it. You're carrying that negativity. They have no other way but to absorb that from you. Is it food left?
I think so. Like,
I didn't eat.
yeah, that's something left. No, it's pretty weak. A little bit. Snooze you lose, child. Snooze you lose.
That's hella messed up.
Snooze you lose.
All right, y'all. I don't want this video to get too long because I do like for people to come and watch the replay. I'm probably going to. Hey, KK. I might do another video later today. I don't know. I got to catch up on watch some of these other videos. And if they prompt me to do another video, it'll be a direct upload. And make sure you're keeping up with the community tab, because that's where all of the information about videos that have been released or going to be released, or if something is going on, that information is going to come from the community tab. I'm gonna start doing more shorts and maybe upload information in the stories uh, thing too, because YouTube is really pushing that. They want you to do stories, they want you to do shorts. I keep getting emails about, hey girl, God, will you do a short? And I'm like, okay, I'm trying to, kind of figure all of that stuff out. So just make sure you're watching the community tab. I'm going to eat something, and then I'm going to post the reading for the week for the members. So members, be looking out for that. Your information is coming as soon as I eat my lunch. So thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you. And looks like this Dalvin and Ellie saga is continuing. And Peach McIntyre and her mama, this is a new storyline that we have to start watching. If you're watching Peach on Facebook, all of the videos and comments and stuff are on Facebook. I don't think it's spilled over to YouTube yet. So if you follow Peach McIntyre on Facebook, all of that stuff is there. So I will see you guys later, either tomorrow or later on today in a regular video. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Make sure that you thumbs this video up on your way out. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.